Welcome to You Know Something with Dena
Hey, look, I'm just here to entertain, inform, and keep this crazy train on track.
and Tia.
Me, unlike your live wire that is liable to go shoo.
They're like your cool aunts.
Exactly. You're exactly right.
Fun,
I can't believe you even brought that up. That is so fun.
informative,
It's impossible to dust potpourris.
You can't.
sometimes serious.
Dena, sweet child. I am almost stunned. I mean, I'm being really serious.
But most of the time, not so much.
A caca. I mean, you're caca and you're caca. No. I'm sorry.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Ladies, let's go.
Hello, welcome to You Know Something with Dena and Tia. I'm Dena.
And I'm Tia, and today is July 3rd, 2024.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
Tia,
What?
I want you to try to guess today's topic, okay? I'm going to give you some clues.
Okay.
All right, according to the CDC, 1 in 3 Americans do it every day. It's especially high for young adults, but it gradually drops as you age. 2 in 3 people do it at least once a week. They may not do it every day. Males are nearly 3 times more likely to do it than females. And on average, people spend about $150 a month to do it.
Oh, wow.
What do you think it might be?
Go out to eat.
Ooh, very close.
Oh.
I think I'm going to give it to you. Eat fast food.
Oh.
Very good. Tia, that could have been anything in the world. How in the world?
I'm not going to tell you what my first thought was. Because I was going there, and then till you said some people spend $150. And I thought, no, that's not what it is, Tia.
Oh, okay.
Oopsie.
We'll leave that to the listeners to figure out what that is.
Yeah, we don't want to really, though.
So we're going to reveal today, Tia, the most popular fast food restaurants, the most popular hamburger, fries, chicken sandwich, pizza, etc., sub sandwich. We're going to discuss whether you should really feel guilty for eating fast food. Is it really as unhealthy as the bad rap it gets? What are the healthiest choices at each restaurant? And finally, we're going to read from a Reddit chat room from fast food workers, and they're going to reveal secrets behind the scenes, which we may or may not want to know. Now, Tia here, was it your first job?
No.
Or just one of your jobs?
My second job.
Her second job was working at
Burger King.
Yeah. So you're going to be able to give us a little insight. Maybe you can confirm or deny some of these Reddit secrets. I suspect back in your day, people were a little more moral and responsible, and maybe it wouldn't be true back then. Well, we'll see what happens. I don't want to put down the young generation.
Okay, whoa, wow. I'm getting nervous. See, I have not eaten a hot dog since we had that episode. Not once. Not once. You've made, every time I pass them in the grocery store, my stomach hurts. Thinking about them.
I'm sorry.
Now you're going to make me be turned off on every single fast food restaurant.
Maybe not.
So,
Maybe not.
yay.
No, what she's referring to is, was it a What the What episode? I think it was a while back, about hot dogs having human DNA in them. But we think it's because it's not they're grinding up human beings. It's that fingernails drop in there, hair drops in there. Is that even better?
No.
Okay.
None.
I will say I recently saw on the news a girl was eating green beans. Did you see that? Out of a can. She said, that's kind of my healthy snack. I just open the can. She's a young college girl, and put salt and pepper, spices, and just take a fork and eat the beans out of the can.
She doesn't warm them?
It doesn't warm them, and because they're fully cooked,
Right.
so she just likes them cold. So she's eating about halfway down, and she sees what appears to be a human finger, like from the knuckle down. I saw a picture of it in the bottom of the can. Now, of course, she's a little disturbed by that.
A little?
So
A little?
a little. The thing was, it was like a necrotic finger, like it had maybe been mummified or used for, a study, because it was completely like a blackish gray color. But I would think that would happen in the cooking process at the bean plant. But the jury's out on it. She contacted the company. They said, "Oh, send it to us. We're so sorry." And she's like, "No, I don't think I'm going to send it to you," because she's afraid it might get lost mysteriously. Mm-hmm. So they said, "We're going to send you a kit to test it to see if it's human DNA." But the jury's out. She hasn't done it yet. So now that's not fast food. So there you go.
No, but are you just going to... You're out to turn me against food, period.
I'm sorry.
I am going... Well, this is a great diet podcast.
People were blaming her. If you'd poured it out in a pot, you would have seen it. But, I mean, that's not the problem.
No, that's not the problem.
It's not her fault. All right. So, got a lot to cover here. So, let's get started.
Okay.
Our definition for today for fast food is you have to be able to drive up to a drive-thru to get it. I mean, you can go inside and eat, but there has to be a drive-thru. Mm-hmm. Or a drive-in, like a Sonic or whatever. You can drive up. It can't be like a Chili's or an Applebee's, even though you could call an order and pick that up. That's not considered fast food as far as...
Right, but Sonic has both.
Oh, my Sonic doesn't have a drive-thru.
Well, then, too bad for you.
It is. It's really too bad. I would love that. All right, so let's start with some fun facts about fast food.
Okay.
All right. We're going to have fun.
Just please don't talk about hairs or fingers.
Millennials do online food delivery, even from fast food places, more than other generations. Now, what is your typical fast food experience? Do you just spontaneously say, "Oh, I'm craving this," and just whip into the drive-thru, or do you order it, or do you plan it out? This is our fast food night. What's your thought?
I do not plan a fast food night at all.
Okay. Just more spontaneous.
Yes, like if I'm out doing errands or whatever, and I'm just like really, really hungry, then I'll just drive through a drive-through and get something.
Yeah, that's kind of how I am too. Do you ever, if you're going to go to the trouble of calling and ordering food to be delivered, is it ever fast food or is it something a little more upscale?
Never.
Okay, yeah, me either.
Although I did have Taco Bell delivered one night.
Did you?
Yeah, because I had a house full of girls.
Okay, well that's reasonable.
Yeah.
You didn't want to leave them there, and it was a lot of food, so yeah, that makes sense. Okay, 95% of people, that's almost all, have eaten fast food in the past year. Fast food chains are prevalent in urban and suburban areas. They offer quick, convenient, and often inexpensive meals, making them a popular choice for people with busy lifestyles or limited time. So I think convenience, time, hence the word fast, that's why we do it. And all this is from driveresearch.com. 13% of people consume fast food every ding-dong day.
No way.
I don't think I could do that.
No way. Are you for
13%? I mean, you think, well, that's not a majority by any means. That's still a lot of people to me. Every day.
consume it every single day?
Mm-hmm. And I'm wondering if it's like they go to work and they stop at a commute and get a Starbucks and a bagel or whatever. It's just like a routine.
Right, or a Dunkin' Donuts. They have healthy.
Yeah, there are healthy
things,
options.
yes.
Yeah, you're right. And we'll talk about that. So I could see why you might get in that pattern, but it's very expensive to do that, I think. Okay, only 4% of people reported not eating fast food one time this past year. Now, they're either lying or they're in prison. Do you believe them? They probably have fast food in prison.
I have a hard time wrapping my head around that one.
Yeah, a whole year.
Not once. Okay, you did say that it had to have a drive-through, so never mind. I'm gonna take that. I was
What were
gonna
you
say-
thinking of?
Well, I mean, there's healthy options like there's tropical smoothie that you can get healthy sandwiches.
Yeah.
Like
And then maybe they
Subway,
did that and they just said they don't consider that. Maybe.
That maybe.
Yeah.
But Subway has a drive-through.
Oh, okay.
So does tropical smoothie.
Yeah.
Actually,
And tropical smoothie falls into the snack category. When we're talking about the top 5, I noticed Starbucks tropical smoothie, and I'm not sure about, what'd you say? No, Subway is considered a fast food place. So yeah, maybe they didn't consider that to be a smoothie. They didn't think of that as fast food. And this is interesting. People with higher incomes consume fast food more frequently. Of those surveyed, people with household incomes of $100,000 a year or higher were more likely to consume fast food weekly.
really.
Mm-hmm. And 100,000 to 150,000 daily. What?
Wow.
Now, I would think that would be because it's more expensive to do that. Someone who's on a fixed income probably has a budget, and they're like, "No, I'm going home and eating my beanie weenies again."
I know, but fast food, I mean, some fast food is very inexpensive. I mean, well, used to Crystals were, they're not.
Not anymore. I mean, you used to get like a
No.
whole bag for like, I don't know, $5, something
Yeah.
like that, and now it's like $20.
Oh,
Last time I went,
easy.
me and my mom. Yeah.
yes.
Okay, and like I said, the average spending on fast food each month is $148.
Wow.
Yeah, I would
That's a
hate to
month.
think how much I might.
That you spend?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Millennials actually spend $214 every month on fast food. You're very good at budgeting. If you were to be a financial advisor to millennials, which is a thought, you might ought to do that. I'd say your first cut would be stop eating out. Stop paying $3 for a drink every day. Go buy a pack of Cokes, find the bargains, use the coupons, because if you looked at that budget, I'm sure fast food would be crazy. Well, $214 a month, that's
That's a
a
lot.
big budget.
Yes.
84% of people believe that fast food is more expensive today than it was 5 years ago.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, you just said that. And I think that's because the meat prices have gone up, the egg prices have gone up.
I know, but you think about it now. Come on.
Okay.
I'm sure that I know that that's happened. However, now when you order fast food, the French fries that you get, they're, I don't know, the size of chiclets. I mean, you hardly get any French fries. The burgers are smaller. Everything is smaller. The drinks are smaller. Would you like to upsize that?
Mm-hmm.
Would you like a medium or a large? Oh, I'll just take it normal. Okay, you get normal, and then so you get a hamburger that's the size of nothing, and then you get 3 French fries.
Yeah.
Enjoy that.
Don't get too full.
Don't get too full.
Yeah, the portions have gotten smaller, but the prices have raised also. I think after the pandemic, that really started happening.
Yes.
And there's arguments on this, and this could be a little political, capitalism and all that, but minimum wage in so many of these fast food places has gone up. And for people to think that's not going to be passed on to the consumer, you're living in unicorn and rainbow land. If you think that the owner of the franchise is going to take a pay cut and say, well, I'm going to pay my employees more, so I'm going to get rid of that summer house in Italy or whatever. No, they're going to pass it on to the food prices. Should
Exactly,
they?
but I mean, you see now signs that'll say, we'll even give you a bonus for signing on, and we'll pay for X amount of schooling, whatever. So some people have upped the ante for them to work at fast food restaurants.
Well, working at fast food, just like you, it used to be a beginner job, a teenager job, what you do in college. Now it's middle-aged people. It's
That's exactly what I was going to say.
It's their career. No shame in that, but you can't survive on minimum wage if that's your only income.
Right.
So everything's changed, but people, I know you have good intentions, but it will get passed on to the cost of the product. It will not be absorbed by people in the upper owners taking pay cuts.
Right.
Not everyone, but that's just not what they do. Of all the people that go to eat at fast food restaurants, 40% go through the drive-thru rather than go inside. What's your habit on that? Is it always drive-through?
Pretty much, unless the drive-thru is really backed up and I'm in a hurry.
Yeah. My mother loves Wendy's chili, and we'll talk about something behind the scenes on Wendy's chili. But I was in line. It was like maybe 7 cars ahead of me, and the line was not moving. And I saw people going in and out the door, getting their food. And about the time the 4th person walked in front of me and walked back with their food, I thought, what am I doing in this car? Unless I'm in my pajamas, which sometimes I am. I just whipped in.
We could have left that part out, but that's wow.
I whip into the parking place, run in there and get it and come out, and the same cars are still. They take priority for the person that walks in, definitely. So, if it's possible, I think it's better to go inside. It's the point of all that is that it was just I was in and out so quick just by going inside and getting the chili.
But not in your pajamas.
I was not in my pajamas.
Okay, thank
I mean,
you.
I wasn't much better. I had showered and I had on real shoes.
Which is huge.
Huge.
That's huge.
Females are 2 times more likely to use drive-through than males. And I think that's, again, males just want to run in there and grab it and run back out, Where a woman, I mean, you can get a lot done in a drive-through. I paint my nails sometimes. You get on the phone. Yeah, just paint my nails while I'm sitting still. And there's no better time to paint your nails than you put your hand over the steering wheel and you just let it dry. Let the air condition.
I have never, ever painted my nails in a car.
Really?
Never.
I don't mean while it's moving. I mean while you're sitting still.
No, not then either.
Really? Why?
Because I just think that's weird.
Well, you have your nails done. I do my own, so that would be weird if you had your manicurist in the drive-thru.
I don't know how you think you can get a lot done.
Well, as long as you sit in line these days, you can multitask.
I don't have that much in my car that I...
Why do you think men are 2 times more likely to go in than women? What do you think?
Because of what you just said. I think that they're more like, I want it now.
Yeah.
And so they'll go in.
They may even eat inside by themselves, where maybe a woman would be less likely to go in and sit down and eat by herself. Maybe. Is that sexist?
Well, if I'm in a drive-thru, I mean, it's because I'm in a hurry, so...
Well, according to driveresearch.com, they say one possible explanation for this difference could be related to convenience and time management. Females may, on average, have busier schedules due to a variety of responsibilities, such as work, household chores, childcare, and other commitments. As a result, they may be more inclined for the convenience of a drive-thru. Where men are just... They're only responsible for themselves.
It's kind of hard to unload like 3 kids out of the car and go in.
Yeah, that's true. Good point, Tia. So you just hand that Happy Meal back behind you and hope for the best. Toss it back. Don't choke on your toy.
Eat before you get your prize.
That's right. Additionally, safety concerns might play a role in certain contexts. Individuals, particularly females, may feel more secure staying in their car.
Right.
Some fast food restaurants are in questionable areas sometimes, I guess, and it's late. Sometimes it's late or dark, so. And there might be a bear. We talked about the bear man thing. It's like,
oh.
Baby boomers, 55%, and Gen Z, 48%, are more likely to use drive-thrus. The reason why they say they do it is convenience and faster service. I disagree with the faster service, but it can be more convenient.
Yeah, not always faster service. I agree with that.
No, I don't think so. I think you have a person working the counter, and then you have a person working the window. So the person that working the window is working that whole line, when the person working the counter is just waiting for somebody to walk in.
Okay, when I worked at Burger King, we had managers and corporate people that came and literally timed how quick you took an order and put it out the window.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
They'd sit there with a stopwatch and watch you?
Yes.
Wow.
And so we were forced to get it out. And now they can't get people to work.
Yeah.
And so then you've got a skeleton staff, and there may be somebody that's working the window that's cooking the burger and putting the French fries in and getting the Coke and everything. And so you can't really get angry,
Right.
If they've got a skeleton staff.
Yeah, the management's just happy somebody showed up.
Yes,
Again.
exactly.
Yeah, it's really sad. Also, reasons why is because the drive-ins open later sometimes in the inside.
Mm-hmm. They just started doing that like recently, like shutting the dining rooms down before the drive-throughs because
It's probably staffing again. Most
well,
people were
not.
coming.
I think more because of safety reasons.
Oh, true. I didn't think about that.
Because it's a little more difficult, I think, to rob a restaurant from a drive-through.
Yeah, because you can't
You can
physically
always
reach
shut the window and call 911.
That's a good point, Tia. That's why I keep you around.
Oh, thank you. I'm so happy I get to add something every once in a leap year.
No, you're great. You just think of things I don't think of. The reason why some people said they wanted to go inside was because they can get the condiments. In other words, steal a bunch of napkins, ketchup packs. They feel it's faster. They like the personal interaction. What's wrong with them?
Well, I mean, that's good.
I think it is too. I was teasing. And maybe they're not comfortable with ordering at the window. Some people are intimidated by things like that, or they can't hear well. My dad hated, as he got older, to order through a drive. He would say, I'm going in, and I think it was because he couldn't understand the...
I know, but you know I can't hear. So, I mean, the person that's taking my order is like, I said...
Is your left ear the bad ear, the one that's facing the drive-thru window?
They're both bad.
Oh.
But, I mean, I can actually try to make it out.
Yeah.
And if I can't, I'll just say, I'm sorry, I'm just going to pull up.
You know, I'll drive up and they'll say, would you like to purchase red wine? I said, I have no idea what you said. I want a cheeseburger.
Thank you
I'm sure
very
it's
much.
like, would you like to try our new fangled bacon pretzel croissant sandwich with hot sauce?
That's what kills me. Is would you like to try? You already know what you're going to order when you pull up.
Yeah. Has that ever worked on
Why
you?
did they say?
Yeah, I think I want that instead.
Never.
Okay.
Would you like a hot apple pie to go with that? No, if I had, I'd have ordered it.
You know they
saying.
hate saying it, but they have to say it. But they're probably like, I hate to say this again. One time it worked to me. I can't remember what it was. And I was like, oh, wait, that sounds interesting. Yes. I think it really made him
You
happy.
really
I really
did?
changed my
Okay.
mind. I
Wow.
can't remember what it was, though. Might have been a McRib. You never know when they're going to have those.
Ugh.
23% of American consumers prefer getting their fast food delivered, while 10% order it online and then go pick it up. I've never done that. Used an app to order fast food and gone and picked it up. I do that for an eat-in restaurant.
I've never done that either.
And those apps, I use them a lot for nicer restaurants, eat-in restaurants when I'm taking it home. And I'm just going to say it's Texas Roadhouse. I love Texas Roadhouse. But, Tia, this happened that I ordered an entree and I order from them a lot. And then I just happened to look down. I looked at the receipt. It was correct. Had the tax on it. And I tipped on it. And I just happened to notice, and I'm not good at math, but I happened to notice that 3 and 3 and 3, the 3 digits, does not add up to 2.
Right.
And I'm like, what the heck? So I sent it to you. I was like, would you please add this up for
Oh,
me?
no, I got mad. I mean, I was really mad.
Yeah.
And I said, you asked them why this is on there. And then I'm thinking, oh, I bet she won't.
And I realized doing the math that they had charged me twice for the tip.
Mm-hmm.
It's $2.47 was the tip, and it was $2.47 over, even though it didn't say it twice. So when I called, the person who answered said, I can't help you. I don't know. I'll have to get the manager. Well, they immediately play the horrible loud music that makes you want to hang up. Staticky, horrible music. And I thought, I'm not hanging up. So I just put it on speaker and walked around and did stuff and put my dishes away or something in. So finally she picked up and I explained it to her and she said, well, according to me looking at the register right here, we didn't do that. And I said, well, according to me looking at the app, it did do that. And she said, well, that's just an app malfunction. It's not what's going to be taken out of you. She said, can you look and see what was taken out of your bank account? I said, I'm not going to go online and look at my bank account and see what was taken out.
Wow.
And she said, well, I guess I'll just give it back to you and take your word for it. And I said, no, I'll take your word for it that it didn't charge me. We'll do that. I, the customer, will take the word of you that you didn't charge me twice.
Oh, that was
Because it insulted
really,
me.
No, it was really poor customer service.
Yeah.
Because the customer's always right.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
I
care
said,
where you are.
I wouldn't go to all this trouble and wait on hold and all this for less than $3
Right.
and try to trick you out of $3. I just thought you might want to know that your app is doing this, and I will be sure to tell my friends to check their app because they're getting screwed. And she said, and I was mad. I shouldn't have said that, but I was mad. But she said, well, no, you're not getting screwed. But you do whatever you want to say. So the whole experience was icky and yucky. And I haven't got my bank statement, paper bank statement. I always get that. But I love Texas Roadhouse. But I would think, as a rule now, I will always look at my app and do the math and add it up. Because you just assume it's right. You look, and especially if you're ordering a lot of things, you're not going to say, maybe you do. Do you add up? Double check. I just happened to glance and could tell that was not the right total.
Do I really need that answer?
You do.
Of course I do.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a mistake on an app? Mm-mm. Interesting. I thought that was strange.
Not thus far.
Okay. I got my rant out. I was able to use my public platform to get this out. Like I say, I love Texas Roadhouse. I love their food. I think it's reasonably priced. It was just check your apps, I think. Check your apps. And maybe everyone but me does that. Okay, how do people choose which fast food restaurant they want to eat at? To me, it's just, I just happen to like what they make. It's like I'm craving this particular sandwich or whatever. According to this, it's the quality of the food, the price that helps people decide what they want. Although I don't have a lot of expendable income, I pay for what I like. I'm like, if I'm going to eat out, fast food, those calories, that sodium, I'm not thinking which would be the cheapest purchase. And maybe that's a little privilege that I happen to have in my life right at this moment that I might not always have. But I'm not going to go to a cheaper fast food place because I'm having a craving somewhere. I'm going to get I guess my craving is what drives me. What about you?
No, there's only a few fast food restaurants I'll even go to anyway.
Right. So it's a taste thing for you.
Yes. Total.
Like I'm craving this, whatever.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Have you ever gone and seen the price change and said, I'm not getting that fast food?
Never.
Yeah. I think they know that.
Now, however, I've been to Crystal. I won't go back.
Because of how much they increased?
They have increased significantly.
Yeah.
And so, I used to, I could eat a sack full by myself.
Especially like 2 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday night.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I've been
but
there.
Not now.
Yeah.
But even for another thing, the last time I was there, I ordered 2 Crystals with cheese, French fry, and a small Coke.
Okay.
All right. Well, they said it'll be $7 something. And I'm like, wait a minute, I could have gotten 4 in the combo, and it'd have been cheaper.
Oh, so they didn't suggest to you to get the combo.
Well, no, but it's right there in front of your face. You can see it. So why would they suggest it?
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking, well, this was dumb. But why would I get 4 if I'm only going to eat 2? I'm just going to waste it.
So you went ahead and kept the 2.
Yes, but I won't go back unless, I've got somebody with me that'll eat 2.
Gotcha. Yeah. And they haven't, if they had improved the quality, you could justify the price. But
absolutely.
It's just their expense, I guess.
But I don't think they even taste like they used to.
I don't either.
They don't.
Yeah.
They've lost their appeal.
So much food and meat has changed. It's really like fakey tasting. It used to taste like just put that fresh meat on a grill with the grilled onions, that great taste of the mustard. Now it's like, doesn't have a taste to me. Definitely changed. All right, so we're going to do the top 5 fast food places. And rather than make you guess, no, I'm going to make you guess. I was going to give you the 5 and let you put them in order. Mm-hmm. But I think I'd like for listeners to try to kind of wonder what they are. Okay, so Tia, we're going to start at 5 and go up. What would you think are in the top 5 fast food restaurants? And in no particular order, unless you want to.
McDonald's, Wendy's, Taco Bell, Arby's, Burger King.
Do you want to say them in the order you think they are, or do you just want to say...
No, I just want to say what I think the top 5 are. I
Okay.
don't know what order.
All right, what are your top 5?
Okay. Burger King, Arby's, McDonald's, Taco Bell, and Wendy's.
Of those 5, let's just say which one you think's the number 1. Because number 1 is in there. And this is
Taco
basically
Bell.
sales. It's sales. Okay, Taco Bell. Right. It's not necessarily what you would think is best that you like best.
Right.
Okay. All right. Number 5 is Subway,
No,
which I would never.
but you told me that
Include.
you had to have a drive-through.
I thought you said your Subway had a drive-through.
Well, it does, but no, there's not many that do. But
Okay.
you said to consider it fast food, it has to have a drive-through. That's what you said. Liar, liar, pants
All right.
on fire.
Not a sit down. Okay. Well, you're good. You're doing good. So Subway is number 5, and I never go to Subway. The Subways that I have in my area are in gas stations in the corner, and just doesn't appeal to me. When I look at them, it just, and if I see a sandwich on a commercial, I think, that looks good. I'm going to go get that. And I walk in and say, I want the chicken heaven, chicken heaven hot sauce combo. And they'd say, well, what do you want on it? And I'd be like, well, whatever it is. What do you want? What kind of bread do you want? What kind of meat do you want? Well, I guess chicken. It's called they make me tell them how to make the sandwich.
No, they don't.
They do me.
Okay, well,
Are you a Subway fan?
I love Subway.
Do you really?
Yes, I do.
Wow. Why do you like it? Because you can put what you want on it, or do you just
Yes.
like the bread? Okay.
And I mean, especially because there's not a whole lot of bread. That's what I like the most.
Oh, okay.
Hey guys, due to a technical difficulty, the portion of the show where we finished the countdown of the top 5 overall fast food restaurants was accidentally deleted. So I want to give you the rest of the top 5. We already learned that Subway is number 5. Number 4 is Wendy's. Number 3 is Taco Bell. Number 2, Chick-fil-A. And number 1, Mickey D's. So Tia did pretty good. How did you guys do? We still have a lot of good information left, so let's get back to the show. Thank you.
Let's talk about chicken sandwiches. No, let's talk
Talk
about
about
chicken. All right. Okay.
Okay.
All right. The top 5 chicken places. The first one is Wingstop, number 5, which is in my hometown, but I've never heard of it. But it's wings.
Nor have I.
Okay, good. It does have a drive-through, so it counts. Wings in general, how do you feel about wings?
I love naked wings. Love them.
We've had them together many times at a local
Yes.
restaurant.
But I will not eat wings with my husband because he likes to dip them in barbecue sauce and then he licks all 5 fingers and he goes like this.
Gross.
The whole restaurant's looking at us and I'm like, use your napkin. And then when we leave, he's got most of the wings and barbecue sauce all over the front of his shirt. My heart swells with pride. I'm just telling you straight up.
So,
Do it.
so if anything ever happened, you had to go to court with him, and you could just say, Judge, I brought a bucket of wings for you to watch him eat them. And you're going to understand.
Well, I
can't do it anymore.
I just can't.
No, we love Greg. I tease him. So, yeah, the wing sauce, I'm not a big fan of the buffalo sauce, the goopy, vinegary taste of sauces. And I know it's a big business, but okay. Let's go. Number 4, Raising Cane, which I had never heard of.
What?
Raising Cane, which is in our area. I checked to make sure because I thought that's not fair if it's not.
Okay, never heard of it.
That's why we need to go try it. They have a chicken sandwich that's very popular. Popeyes.
I've heard of Popeyes.
Okay, we have.
But you know something? I don't think I've ever been there.
Really, I have a few times. It's Cajun, so it's very spicy chicken.
Oh.
It's a little too much for my indigestion, but it's very popular. Chick-fil-A and Popeyes had a big war about their chicken sandwich, which was more popular, and back and forth.
Oh, wow.
And number 2, of course, is KFC. Old Colonel Sanders, which I have not been to a KFC. In fact, I thought that it didn't even exist in our town anymore. That's where I used to always get chicken. It's about the only place you could go for, years and years ago. But I have not had Kentucky Fried Chicken in probably 10 years. Is that a popular thing in your household or for parties?
We love Kentucky Fried
I
Chicken.
love it. I just
No, but what we do is we just get like a bucket of chicken, and we don't get like the sides and stuff with it. We just get a bucket of chicken, and then we'll usually get 2 biscuits, and then we'll put honey on them.
Ooh, sounds
As
good.
like a dessert.
Yeah.
So,
you just eat the protein and then the biscuit.
Well, the biscuit, that's probably only 1,000 calories.
Yeah, exactly.
Just for fun. And so is the breading on the chicken,
Do you get the extra crispy or the original recipe?
We get the original.
I like the extra crispy,
I don't-
which is basically just a bunch of skin with cracklies on top. You don't even really need the meat. You just pull that off that skin and dangle
so
it.
Yum.
Yum, yum, yum. So what do you think the #1 chicken restaurant is?
I'm going to... Okay, you already said that
You want me to recap?
Chick-fil-A... Gus's?
No, it's Chick-fil-A.
Is it Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah, Chick-fil-A. Of course, like
They
I s-
even have breakfast things.
do they?
But anyway,
I wouldn't eat chicken for
I
breakfast.
don't go.
Think. All right. Sandwich.
okay.
What do you think the most popular sandwich shop is?
Sandwich.
Not the type of sandwich, but which restaurant. I need to be more clear on my
You
terminology.
really kind of do.
I'm
I
sorry.
mean, you've got me. My brain right now is playing ping pong with itself,
I'm having communication
and
problems
I'm getting
today.
a headache. Like, I'm not good. I don't know what to do. Okay,
sorry.
what's my question again? What
Which
restaurant?
sandwich? Let's say
Oh.
sub shop. Which sub shop is the most popular?
What sub shop?
Mm-hmm.
Subway.
Okay, let's see. #5 is McAllister's, which I enjoy.
Oh,
That's #5.
okay.
I do enjoy McAllister's. I don't know if that's everywhere or not, but they have a good variety. And
No,
a good
they
sub.
have a really good variety.
Okay. #4 is Firehouse Subs, which I enjoy.
It's what?
Firehouse Subs.
Oh, I love them.
I do too.
I really do.
Then we have a tie between Jimmy John's and Jersey Mike's.
Never had either one of them.
Really, I think I get them mixed up. I think I've had a Jersey Mike's. I kind of interchange them in my brain, Jimmy John and Jersey Mike. #3 is Arby's, which I thought was interesting. Or is that #2? We did McAllister's, we did Firehouse. 3.
But you
Okay,
said
2.
right.
Number
It's
2
2.
is Arby's.
Okay.
Which
That's
I don't really
weird
think about
because
Arby's.
they're.
It's not a sub
I mean,
shop.
you would think they would be more well known for the roast beef.
Yeah, but I guess it's
sandwiches.
considered. Its sub sandwich has roast beef. So they don't have burgers. So how do
Well,
you
they
feel about
have-
Arby's?
You, I can't believe you just asked this question. I have not been there in forever, and I actually stopped there because they've introduced these chicken wraps, and so there were two and you had like a choice of ranch, honey mustard, or barbecue, whatever. And I said, this is funny. I really can't believe you brought this up. I said, yes, because I had 2 for $5. I said,
Oh,
yes, I
that's
would
good.
like 2 of the chicken wraps with cheese only. And she said, so you don't want the chicken? And I went, oh. I said, no, I definitely want the chicken with the cheese only. Well, what sauce do you want? I just want the chicken with the cheese and the wrap. That's all I want. No lettuce, no sauce, nothing. That's it. That's
Yeah.
all I want.
Did you get that?
I did,
Good.
and they're horrible.
They are. Well,
They're-
maybe because you didn't get all the stuff on it.
No. I mean, first of all, the chicken itself was. I mean, it was so hard. I just threw away the other one, and they're like literally that big.
Real short.
They're
is what she's showing.
real tiny.
So
and-
was it like grilled chicken, fried chicken,
No,
or
it's
sliced chicken?
fried chicken.
Fried chicken.
And it was so hard I could barely.
Aw, shoot.
And so I left that restaurant hungry. Just saying. And I will not go back because I love, I prefer a grilled chicken
Yeah, me too.
breasts,
Me too.
but they didn't offer it, and it was 2 for $5. So I mean, except I wasted $5.
Yes, you do.
$5 and 46
So you paid one for $5 because
Yes.
the other one was in the trash. Well, a rat got to eat pretty good.
Yeah, they did for sure.
Yeah, if you're going to do a wrap, the chicken needs to be tender enough we can bite through. That's the whole
Right.
point. You bite through
Exactly.
the wrap. So yeah, that's crazy. They probably had it under a light all day. And
Well, no, because it took them about 20 minutes, and it was hot. It was really
just overcooked
hot.
it.
Oh, they. Whew.
Oops, Arby's. I do like Arby's. I
think
love their
they
mocha shake.
lost it in the deep fryer.
Oh,
That's what I'm thinking.
had to dish it out from the very bottom.
Here, we'll just slap this on, throw a piece of cheese on here, and I mean, I was like, bleh.
I'm sorry you had that experience.
Thank you for letting me relive that, though.
Yeah, you got to rant. We
Sure.
both got to rant. I got to rant about Texas Roadhouse. You got to rant about Arby's. And I want to say all this is for entertainment purposes only. All this is alleged. We love all these restaurants.
No, alleged. No, I was telling the truth.
That's allegedly tough chicken. We don't have a lawyer on retainer at the moment. All right, and number one, what do you think the number one sub place is? You said before, didn't you? You had a guess before. I've gotten so confused.
I have too. You really?
I'm not doing a good moderating job today.
I don't know, because you've mentioned all the ones that I would go to.
Sub shop. What do you think the best sub shop is?
Again, you've said McAllister's, Firehouse,
Jimmy
Jimmy
John's,
John's,
Jersey Mike's, Arby's. It's got the word sub in it.
and it was Subway.
Yes. I thought
Okay,
you
I'm
guessed that
sorry.
before, I think. No, I think you said it in the originally, and I said, well, let's see if you're right.
Oh, okay.
Roll back the tape, Stan. We don't have a stand or a way
Man,
to roll
you're
back.
really confusing me now. I get something correct, and then you well,
Forget it.
let's see if you're correct. Then you get me discombobulated. So I'm just like going, well, I don't know.
We just want to be honest and say we had the record button turned off. We had to start.
Yes.
So we're all discombobulated. All right, we had some good stuff that we didn't get recorded. All right, so we did chicken, we did sub shop. Let's do pizza. Pizza. Throwing that in on you.
Ooh.
Okay, and this pizza to me is so personal. What's a good pizza? But we're doing what sells the best. Okay, what do you think the number one pizza as far as sales goes is?
The pizza place.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it would have to be probably between Domino's and Pizza Hut.
Okay.
But then there's Little Caesars. Bam, bam.
There's a lot of, and there's so many local pizza places that people would say, no, it's the best, but we're talking about chains, Okay, so your answer is?
3.
Hold your fingers up.
3.
Which one is this finger? What's your gut?
Domino's.
Okay, you got to stick with it. All right. Number 5, Marco's, which I didn't know those were all over the place, but I love Marco's.
Oh, I do too.
Little Caesars.
Okay, I said that.
Now, Little Caesars is great for economy. You have the little dancing pizza outside,
Yeah,
but I'm not
but
thrilled with the pizza.
No, I don't like
Yeah.
that.
If you're trying to feed a bunch of kids, $5 pizza, pepperoni pizza is a good deal, and that's all the kids like anyway. They
Right.
pick all the other stuff off. But if I'm getting a pizza, I like it light. What's your ideal pizza ingredients?
Meat lovers.
Meat lovers, of course. No
Duh.
veggies. Do you like thick, thin, or hand
I
tossed?
like thin
Thin.
crust.
I don't like thick, but I don't like crisp, thin. I think it's called hand tossed in between. That's what I like. A lot of times I end up just scraping off the goop off the top anyway. Or get a pizza bowl without the crust. Okay, so Marco's, Little Caesars, Papa John's, number 3.
Oh, I forgot about Papa John's.
And I don't think I've ever had a Papa
See,
John's.
I don't have one here.
Oh, you don't? Mm-mm. Okay. Number 2, Pizza Hut.
Okay.
Now, Pizza Hut is my childhood. That was the only pizza restaurant we had, me growing up, for years. And that, to me, that was just the Pizza Hut.
My favorite thing from Pizza Hut used to be personal pan pizzas.
Yes, me
Loved
too.
them.
Yeah, and we always sat down and ate it. It was almost like a fine dining experience. When I was a little girl, we'd sit down and, they had the nice lighting and it was a nice restaurant inside. Now it's not so much, in my
I
area.
don't remember the last time I went into a pizza place.
Sit down and ate pizza in a pizza. It's
Yes.
always a call to order delivery. Is that what you do?
Or order it and pick it up.
Yeah. And number 1, of course, is Domino's. So you're doing good, Tia.
Yay!
You are doing good, girl. And again, pizza's so personal. But this is just based on sales, so. And I think price is a big consideration in pizza because it's a family thing usually, you know. And people with a lot of kids have to consider price for sure. Okay, and finally, burgers. The most important.
The
Fast
most
food.
important?
Fast food, I think. All right, so once again, we're talking about burger places.
Burger places.
The top 5 burger places.
Oh, so we went through the top restaurants.
Restaurants,
Now
period.
we're going through the burger places.
Yeah.
Okay.
McDonald's was the top overall.
Okay. So, Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's, maybe Dairy Queen.
One more.
I know. I'm thinking.
Okay.
Burger places. Stakeout?
Ooh, bold choice. Bold choice. Incorrect.
Okay, well, good. Yay for me.
Number 5 is Jack in the Box. We don't have Jack in the Box. We live in the southeast. There may be some somewhere, but
Yeah, I've seen them.
have you seen them?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know what type of burger it is, how it would compare to other restaurants. Sonic, number 4,
Oh, wow.
which I love Sonic.
They do have good burgers.
And Burger King, number 3, which is a nice grilled taste. I don't generally eat Burger King because of where it's located, where I live. It's just not conveniently located. But I love that smell, and I love that grilled taste.
They're charbroiled.
Yeah, they taste different than other hamburgers, so it's
they
just a matter of
do.
personal opinion. Number 2 is Wendy's.
Mm-hmm.
I love Wendy's too for that same reason that it's kind of homemade tasting. Are they even? I don't think they're square anymore. They used to be square, the meat.
No, they're not.
That's sad. Why not?
I don't know.
All right, and number 1, of course, is
McDonald's?
yes,
Okay.
which would make sense, I guess, since this is the overall. Burgers are very personal. I'd say other people will disagree. A couple other was Hardee's, Five Guys, In-N-Out, Shake Shack.
Oh.
What did you say? You said
Stakeout.
Steakout. Oh, yes. Okay. I was trying to think what that was. Okay, French fries.
Oh.
Top 5 French fry places. This, again, is very personal because they're all very different.
Yes.
What's your favorite?
French fries? It used to be Crystal.
Oh, okay.
Hands down, I think McDonald's has the best French fries.
So you like the kind of string?
Yeah, but
fried,
then
crunchy.
Stakeout has awesome French fries. They're little tiny things.
Okay, so you like the tiny as opposed to the chunky homemade with a little bit of
Yes.
skin. And
Yes.
see, I'm the opposite. I love I guess because my mom used to chop up potatoes and to save money, put them
Right.
in the oven and make them and baked, and that's just how I thought of French fries. But I mean, you can't beat grabbing a huge handful of little skinny French fries while you're driving and shoving them in your pile.
And inevitably one will be between my legs or on the floorboard, and I'm thinking, wow, how can you miss this mouth? Man alive, Tia.
Or it falls in the hole of doom between your seat and the console. You'll never find it
You
again.
have to like move the seat back to vacuum or whatever. Wow.
I bet you if you asked guys that did detailing, the most common thing they found stuck in there was a
It's
French fry.
Yes. For sure.
Okay. All right. Number 5 is Chick-fil-A, which is waffle fries. That's very particular. I'm not a big waffle fry fan.
No,
That's
me
not.
either.
I don't eat fries. You can't hold a waffle fry like you can a bunch of stringy fries.
Yeah, but they're not likely to end up, in your lap or between your console.
Yeah, if it
And you
landed sideways, it would slide through. But if it landed
right.
flat-wise,
But they're kind of big, so. But
Yeah.
I'm just not a big waffle fire.
I think physics would make it flop over on its back. This is a whole nother show, and it wouldn't go down through.
Okay, I'm ignoring this whole part right here about the waffle.
Okay, 4 Five Guys. I love Five Guys fries. They're kind of the chunky, little chunky, real hand-cut fries, I think is what they
Yeah.
call. Okay, you like them when they go through a machine and makes them into shoestrings. Okay. 3 is Arby curly fries, another bold design.
But see, they don't taste like French fries. They taste like seasoned fries.
They do have seasoning, yeah.
Okay,
Like a
so
red seasoning.
That's a cheating.
I don't know what the seasoning is, and my mouth gets confused when I put a corkscrew in it, when it's used to the string fry. When I'm driving, I have to think to chew a
Do you
corkscrew.
wrap your tongue around it? Wow.
You can't dip it down in a milkshake either, because it's going to go boing.
Why would you dip a French fry in a milkshake?
You never dip fries into a smoothie? Oh my
That
gosh, it's delicious.
Oh, that makes me want to throw up.
Oh, you're so wrong.
You're
Try
so
it.
wrong.
You're so wrong. All right, well, we got a little upset here. Number 2, McDonald's fries. Ooh, does that shock you? Number 2. So what would number 1 be?
My Burger King.
No, Wendy's.
Oh, Wendy's?
Yes, and that's the home style hand cut with a little bit of skin on the edges fries, and that's my favorite. But that shocks me that McDonald's would not be the number 1 fries. Here's what I think it is.
They've always been.
I know, but it's an upset. But I think it's because people are buying Frosties and fries and dipping their fries in the Frosty.
No, they're not.
The congealed grease, the grease freezes.
Would you hush?
It's great.
No, I'm not kidding.
Try it.
You're
Try it.
literally making me want to throw up.
Don't knock it till you tried it.
I'm not
Okay.
going to.
All right, soft drinks. Top 3. What do you think?
Top 3.
Soda style. We call them Cokes here in the South,
Right.
even if they're not Coke. But we'll say soft drinks. The top 3 fast food soft drinks.
Coke?
I think that's number 1.
I don't know. Dr. Pepper and Mountain Dew?
Pepsi. Coke, Dr. Pepper, Pepsi. Coke's number 1.
Oh.
But for the first time in it forever this year, Dr. Pepper moved up above Pepsi to be number 2. So that was kind of an upset.
Wonder what.
I think
Pepsi's
Pepsi has changed. It's sweet
I
and
don't,
icky taste.
I don't like Pepsi products.
You don't?
Except I used to love Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
But
Pepsi's gotten a little sweet for me and a little soapy tasting. So.
I don't drink soft drinks anymore, so
No,
I don't
I'm
know.
jealous of you. Yeah. Mountain Dew is my drink of choice, but all right, so that was a little upset. And little fact about soft drink. Think about soft drinks. Soft drinks are a big profit center for restaurants, fast food places. A lot of places sell their food at a very low profit to make you thirsty to get the drink because the drink costs them so little, and it's really just a drink restaurant. Kind of hides the fact that they're getting you the food to make you want to get a drink. So it just costs like a few cents, for them to sell a drink. But if you think about, if you buy a 2-liter bottle of Coke at the grocery store, so you get your fast food, bring it home and pour a Coke in a glass. Mm-hmm. Or if you're going to go somewhere, pour the Coke in a takeout, your own cup, thermal cup, and take it with you. It only costs 3 cents per ounce to buy it at the grocery store. To buy it at a restaurant, it costs 10 cents an ounce.
Wow.
So more than 3 times as much to buy the drink. That's what I go to fast food places a lot for, is a drink. I like to have a drink in my console while I'm driving around. It's a terrible habit, and it's like $3, like $2.50 something with tax, because I get a large. And think about that every day, almost $3 a day for a drink that I could pour into a Stanley cup.
No, I think I might have to give you some financial lessons.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I take mine with me.
Well, you're so smart. You pour it before you leave, so you always have a drink with you in your car.
Well, I drink cranberry juice and water. So
That's great. See, I'm so proud of you. You've really upped your food and beverage game this past year. You really have.
This past year,
Or maybe this past couple of years. I don't know. When I first met you, you didn't drink enough water and you didn't eat enough vegetables, but you've really...
I didn't drink enough water.
I don't think so. I mean, I didn't know you to carry around water with you. Maybe I was wrong, but...
Well,
But let's just leave it
Maybe
at
I
you
did.
doing great. You're doing great. You're shaming me, that's for sure. All right, so just money-wise, if I spend, that's $90 a month on a soft drink that I could get at home. It's the experience for me. It's the little crushed nugget ice. It's the straw. There's something different about Cokes at, let's just say Coke, at a restaurant than it is at the grocery store. There's something about that syrup, the way they mix it. To me, it tastes different than drinking it at home.
Like fountain drinks.
Fountain. Thank you for that word, fountain. Yeah. But according to interestingfacts.com, Coke at McDonald's is different than any other place because they have a contract with Coke that they deliver their syrup in a metal truck, a metal tank truck, as opposed to in bags. It comes in bags at other restaurants, and they mix it with the carbonated water. It's like a syrupy bag. So somehow that metal keeps it fresh and gives it a different taste. So I've always felt like McDonald's Cokes were, and I figured it was psychological. This is better than a Coke that my mom pours me at home when I was little. McDonald's Coke. So that is the reason. And we did talk about how we
Cokes do, well, when I used to drink them, they did taste different.
Yeah, whether in a glass bottle or a can or out of the grocery store.
Well, I mean at restaurants even.
Yeah, better at restaurants, aren't they?
Well, no.
Or you mean from restaurants?
They just taste different at different restaurants.
Oh, I see. Because it's how they mix in the...
Yes.
Have you ever had one that was mostly the carbonated water and it was just disgusting?
Vomit.
It's terrible.
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah. It makes a difference.
But I would take it back and say, this is flat.
Did you?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course
good.
I did.
Yeah. I think it's where they just start to run out and don't realize that they're running out of the syrup.
Right.
Another little fun fact, Dr. Pepper was originally served warm. It was supposed to be served.
I could see that.
I could too.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Dr. Pepper fan.
Me
It's such a
either.
weird taste, but I could see that being like a mixed drink, a good base for a hot toddy or whatever you want to call it, something warm. Yeah.
It's almost kind of like a root beer.
Yeah, true. Spicy seems like it should be warm. And we talked about before how I spoke for you and said we call them Cokes here no matter what they are, but what do you call it? Do you call it a soft drink?
I don't call it anything. I don't drink them. But I
If
mean,
you
I
were
would
referring
say,
to it.
like, if somebody was here, I mean, I don't have soft drinks anymore.
Yeah.
I guess I say soft drinks.
Soft drink. And that makes more sense. But I've always said Coke. I want a Coke. Well, what kind of Coke do you want? You want Mountain Dew? You want Pepsi?
Well, I think
Which
a
makes
Coke
no
is
sense.
a Coke.
I know, it makes no sense. But
Right.
apparently it's a thing. You have pop, you have soda, you have Coke. Depending on where you live.
You have soft drinks.
Yeah, I don't like pop. I don't like that word. Soda makes sense, and soft drink makes the most sense to me. Yeah, but I still say Coke a lot. All right.
What kind of Coke do you want? Well, diet or regular. That's the only two kind of Cokes there might be.
What kind of Coke?
Wow.
Mountain Dew.
That's
makes
not a
sense.
Coke.
I know.
That's-
I didn't say I made sense. Have I ever said I made sense?
Mm-mm.
Okay. We're going to eat at fast food. I mean, we're just going to, except for the 4% who lie or are in jail.
Oh,
So,
wow.
so, what are some healthy choices we can make, Tia? Let's just go through some restaurants that are popular. Chick-fil-A has a great salad. It's a market salad. Salad and wraps, like you got the wrap at Arby's, you instinctively knew that was a better, healthier choice, even though it's fried.
Yeah.
It turned out not.
It was very healthy.
'Cause you
Very
didn't
low
eat it.
in calories because I threw it away. So there you have it.
Another thing to do, like at any burger place, get the kids' burger because it's going to be smaller
Right.
and hold the mayo. That's where you get a lot of your calories and fat. And cheese. If you can eat it without the cheese, get the smaller burger and see if it fills you up. You might be surprised it says that you don't really need the big double-decker burger to get full.
Right. But you know what? In this whole conversation, where's Zaxby's at?
Yeah, it should be in the chicken thing, didn't you? I don't know if that's just a southern thing or not.
Okay. Well, because
possible.
Zaxby's has excellent salads.
Yes, I've had them before. The grilled chicken.
McAllister's has excellent salads.
Yes, I agree. Starbucks, you can get their protein box, which is boiled eggs. This looks like something you would like. Boiled eggs, apples, grapes, cheese, and a little biscuit. Panda Express, if you want, we just The Chinese fast food just didn't get in here at all in the top. I mean, it was in the top like 100. Panda Express, you can get the string bean chicken breast. So anytime you get chicken, obviously, does that sound terrible to you? Are you a Chinese food fan?
Remember we've already said it, because I ordered beef and broccoli
Oh,
without
that's right.
broccoli.
I'm sorry. Our listeners are saying, Dena, don't you remember she likes beef and broccoli without broccoli? Give me a bowl of beef. That's probably not too bad, actually. You get into that breaded chicken, fried chicken in Chinese restaurants. That's when you get into the sauce, the sugary sauce and the fried. And all the rice, has a lot of empty calories in it. At Taco Bell, the best thing you can get is the Power Menu Bowl, which I get a lot. Mm-hmm. It's actually pretty good. Pizza Hut, get the veggies pizza with thin crust. Therefore, you're going to save on the fat of the meat, and all the breading is where you get. Wendy's, get a baked potato and a chili. It's actually good. It's only 253 calories for the chili. The baked potato is 232. Now, of course, that's not with sour cream and butter and cheese and all that. But you could actually put the chili on the potato. I've done that before. It's
Right.
pretty good. Hardee's, which they didn't even mention Hardee's, and I love Hardee's. I happen to have one near me, but it's a good char-grilled burger, kind of like Burger King. They have a grilled chicken sandwich, barbecue chicken sandwich.
It's barbecue, though. Ugh.
Yeah. Dunkin' has a wrap, like you said, at the very beginning of the show. They have a turkey sausage wrap, which looks great. So that would be a good option. McDonald's, get the children's burger. Subway, get the turkey sandwich.
It's always what I get.
Is it? Mm-hmm. Great. If you can load up on veggies, that's great. But if you can get away with the cheese, not the cheese, and you do the 9-grain wheat bread, is a good choice. Domino's has a thin crust chicken and veggie pizza, which I was not aware of.
I wasn't either.
So that's a good option. Chipotle, the burrito bowls. I love those because you can control what you get. Salsaritas is also one where you can choose all your protein and your veggies.
Never eaten either one.
Really? So you just get in line and tell them what you want.
Oh.
And you don't have any kind of breading or breaded fried stuff. Chick-fil-A has a wrap, Tia. You might enjoy it a little better. It is a grilled chicken. So you
I've
might try
had
that.
them. I don't like their chicken.
Oh, you don't like the spices they use
I
on
don't
the
like
chicken.
the chicken, period.
That's right. I remember that. Burger King has a egg and cheese crust sandwich, which I would think would be
They still
horrendous.
have that?
I don't know if they still do. This article is from 2023, so
Okay.
possibly it's not there anymore. It's only 322 calories and 17 grams of fat. You would think that croissant itself would be crazy, but
No, those are delicious.
okay, so that's a good
I've
option.
eaten those.
This is what I get at Chick-fil-A. They're grilled nuggets. There's a 12 count, and you can get different sauces if you want. Generally, I don't. Again, you don't like this particular taste of their chicken, but it's a good option if you do. Okay, Starbucks has a good wrap. Subway has a Veggie Delight. Taco Bell has a soft taco if you don't want to eat the Power Bowl. Kind of hard to eat a Power Bowl in the car when you're driving. Set it in your lap with a fork. Soft tacos are a good choice at Taco Bell. Hold the sour cream. Okay, so there's a lot of options. Subway actually has a roasted chicken salad. Wendy's has a grilled chicken sandwich.
Had that.
And how was that?
Very good.
Was it? Okay, so Wendy's grilled chicken sandwich.
Yes.
It's a good option. Panda Express, broccoli and beef, and keep the broccoli. It might be a good option. Not for Tia. Chick-fil-A has a grilled chicken sandwich. McDonald's Egg McMuffin, which is usually what I'll get.
Okay,
for
I love those.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's 310 calories, 13 grams of fat. Five Guys, I get this a lot. The bun-free bowl. I just get all kinds of stuff on top of it, and the meat and the cheese. Chick-fil-A has a yogurt. So, I think it's common sense. You don't necessarily have to throw off if you're in a calorie counting on a certain diet, and not to feel guilty and think, oh, well, I screwed it up. I might as well just go back to eating trash since I ate out.
Okay.
That type of thing.
Trash?
You don't have to. You didn't fail because you stopped through a drive-through place. And you have the options that you can choose. The thing about eating at fast food places is the sodium content. That's what I didn't even mention, because sodium can be out of control. And that can simply be Googled. According to the FDA, sodium intake should be less than 2,300 milligrams per day. The average consumer takes in 33 milligrams of sodium per day, and that comes from prepared foods. But that could be the grocery store, So I'm guilty of going through the prepared aisle and just getting all the entrees out of the freezer, the TV dinners.
Like healthy choices?
Yeah.
See, Greg eats those a lot.
But they do have low sodium choices, I think.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. So if you were concerned about your blood pressure and sodium intake, you could just write it down. It's on the box. Write it down and then Google these fast food places. So that is the concern, really. Not so much calorie or fat. All right, Tia, so we're at the very end of the show where we're going to talk about the secrets behind the scenes of fast food. And I want you to weigh in as a professional at Burger King.
Okay.
When you wear your cute little outfit. Mm-hmm. Okay. Are there any secrets you would like to reveal, first of all, about what you did? I think there's enough time that has passed. What do they call that? When so many years have passed, you can't be convicted for something.
You know something?
Statute of limitations.
There was no secrets. I mean,
Really?
the thing, we always had to have gloves on. And if you went to the freezer to get out the burgers to put on the grill, like the run belt, because they go through a little belt grill.
Oh, okay.
That's why they're charbroiled, because they go through a
okay.
like a
I was
little
wondering.
turn thing, and you had to switch gloves. And then if you made the sandwiches, as long as you're standing there making them, that's fine. But if you went anywhere else, then you had to change gloves. People with the fryers had to have gloves on. So we didn't have any nasty little secrets. I mean, we were watched like a
By your manager?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. So you guys didn't do... Like, if somebody was rude through the drive-thru, you didn't go, like, hock a loogie in their chili or...
Absolutely not. No.
Once again, you're a better person than me. No, I'm just kidding. I've never worked at fast food place, so I can't speak to what I would or would not do. But I would think if you get a really rude customer, it's tempting to taint their food in some way. Okay, so here we go. It only costs pennies to make the soda, and then they charge you $1 per cup. Now that's McDonald's. They are famous for their dollar drinks, and I think a lot of McDonald's, they're letting the franchises choose whether or not to continue that dollar drink, and a lot of them are stopping that. Because it's supposed to be a draw for you to come in and buy stuff. But I think people were just going through and getting the drink, including me. I used to get their iced tea, which is great, for $1. So this is a nice secret. This guy says, I started working at Arby's and realized they use real meat. It's actually edible and sliced off of, a bigger piece of meat. Mm-hmm. I always felt like Arby's was kind of looked manufactured. It's kind of unusual looking, but apparently they'd actually do slice it off of better meat. Which sounds crazy to say it's real meat. Well, of course it is. No, not of course anymore. Meat is really being manufactured and what do you call it? Bioengineered.
Right.
Which is creepy to think about. Have you noticed in like bags of chicken at the store you buy or pre-made hamburger patties at the grocery store? They're different. They don't taste right. The chicken tastes like it's got something pumped into it or mealy.
I buy fresh.
Do you buy fresh? Mm-hmm. You don't buy like a bag of frozen chicken breast or anything?
No.
I do that. This person says, what will surprise you is how absolutely clean we kept our restaurant. Terrifyingly clean. I wish I knew what restaurant that was. He didn't say. The only thing fresh is tomatoes. The rest is bagged, processed, pre-made. That doesn't surprise me.
No.
That's what makes it fast, Okay, the thing about the oil, they said, is the oil tastes best after you've used it a few days. When they had to pour in the new oil, it didn't have a good taste.
Right.
Do you agree with that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so they said what they learned to do was save like half of the dirty used oil and add the fresh.
I don't say dirty because
dirty.
It's not dirty. It's just used, but it does have seasoning in it.
Yeah. My mom used to save, like she would pour the pan off of certain things she cooked into another bottle of oil and use that to fry stuff in. Right. Because it had so many good different tastes.
Bacon grease and sausage grease and...
Yeah, so... And I didn't realize until I used to have a little snack shop. The restaurant beside me was actually a firehouse, and they had a trap where you pour oil. It's in the ground, and a truck would come and pump out all that oil from the oil trap out in the parking lot. It looked almost like a grate, like a sewer grate, and they would put a little tube would go down it and suck out all that grease, and that's where all that grease goes that they cook in.
Wow.
Now, in Burger King, what did they do with their grease? Do you remember?
I wasn't a manager.
Okay, you weren't in charge of grease.
I wasn't in charge of grease.
That was above your pay scale.
Yeah.
You weren't a grease engineer.
No, I wasn't. It was just there when I got there, and it was still there when I left.
Yeah, it's just something you don't think about. You know, like, where
No.
does all that grease go? We poured it into a coffee can.
Yeah,
It's a lot smaller amount.
that'd be a whole lot of coffee cups.
Okay. Wendy's chili. I told you there was a little secret about Wendy's chili, which I knew because my sister used to work at a Judy's, which was a version of Wendy's. She worked in Chattanooga area, and they were called Judy's. At the end of every day, all the patties they don't sell, they chop them up and throw them in the chili. Which, I don't guess I have a problem with that. So, somebody said, it's better than throwing it away. It's being used. And as long as it's the next day, and not like at the end of the week.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I like my chili fresh.
Yeah, it's just chopped up hamburger patty.
Ugh.
Whereas I would think it would need to be ground
Right.
beef. But next time you eat
Exactly.
Wendy's chili, look at it and see if it
I'm
looks
not
like...
going to eat it. Turn me off with something else, Missy. You are so fine.
When I was a fry cook, not me, this person, customers would order fries without salt, and all I would do is dunk fries that were already salted down into grease and pull them back up, and all the salt would come off. So they were getting greasier, less healthy fries, thinking they were doing well, getting rid of the salt. This is about Chick-fil-A, allegedly. Chick-fil-A is generally pretty good for freshness and quality. That said, the chicken fridges were horrible for workers. Chicken came in frozen, and you had to load the frozen bags in metal pans and put them in the fridge to thaw. As it thawed, chicken blood, juices, and whatever would spill out and collect in the bottom of the fridge. Then we had to clean up the stinky gunk at the bottom. Sometimes it would dry very hard, and we had to clean it every day. We had to chisel the chicken blood off the bottom of the fridge. Tia's got her head between her legs. Are you about to pass out?
I'm dying right now.
I don't have a problem with it. I mean, think about it. You want it to drain down. It's a terrible job, but it doesn't affect
No,
what
I mean,
you're
just
eating.
put some pans under there,
Yeah.
and they could run them through the washer.
Yeah.
I mean,
Making
that
somebody have
makes
to
more
sit and do it.
Yes.
That's gross. All right. Domino's Pizza will generally not give you all the toppings you order. They figure you won't notice if they undercut a few toppings. I would notice.
I know I would.
And that's not all Domino's. That's this particular guy. So Domino's, we're not accusing you of that. We do not break the ice cream machines on purpose at McDonald's. A lot of people accuse people of the ice cream machines. The milkshake machine's always broken at McDonald's, or the ice cream machine's always broken. They're designed to break after so many uses because the company that fixes them charges the franchise owners to fix them. It's like 25% of the company's revenue comes from fixing McDonald's machines. So it's kind of an inner cheating the franchise owners thing that we're just saying is alleged. I have no idea. Okay, Taco Bell, he said, my general manager actually cared about the quality and doing things the right way. We would food stamp the food and make sure to throw out stuff that got old. That's good news.
Very.
The cinnamon twist start out looking like soft noodles. Then we throw them in the deep fryer and they swell up and expand to get crunchy. That's just a little tidbit. Do you like those cinnamon twists?
I don't know if I've ever had them.
Really?
Mm-mm.
They're kind of good. The soda machine, this is at this particular Taco Bell, the soda machine fountain never really got cleaned. I learned after working at it, you're supposed to pop off the tips where the soda comes out and cleans those, but we never did that.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about you leaving kids in charge at night, they're exhausted, they've got to hurry and close up, they're going to say, we'll clean it the next night. Who's going to know? I feel like, in general, it's about people. It's not about that restaurant brand. It's not about all of the franchises. It's just about the people working in them. And you're going to pay for convenience, and consistency and quality and taste that you like. But you're taking a risk anytime you go get food prepared by somebody else. I'm not trying to scare people off of food completely, but if you ever think about that, it's the people that are there. You're basically putting your life in their hands, right?
No, you're not putting your life. I mean, you could get something not good or with a hair in it or whatever, but, I mean, I don't think you're putting your life in their hands. I mean, unless they've got cyanide or something.
Yeah, I mean, but you're trusting sometimes a little immature, irresponsible, depressed, emo kid to fix your food for you. You know, it's just, and I guess that's all. Sometimes you get a little tummy ache after you eat. But are we going to give it up? Nah. We're not going to give it up. I'm going to save some of these for maybe another time because I don't want to ruin people's lives by reading some of these.
Yeah, please let's not do that.
Ignorance can be bliss, you know.
Yes. It certainly can be.
But I just want to say in general, you know, when I teach Sunday school, Tia, there's a little song we sing at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. And we say, what have we learned? What have we learned? What have we learned today? Bling. So what have you learned today? What have we learned?
Well, there's a whole lot of people that eat at fast food restaurants.
Right.
And I've learned that where most people like to get their subs or their burgers or their chicken, and the healthy places that you can order where you think that would be all junk, but they actually have healthy choices.
Yeah, I'm hoping if somebody goes up to the drive-thru, because we learned that most people go through the drive-thru, mm-hmm. that you can say, wait a minute, what did Dena and Tia say I could get here? Because I want to do my best today, but I need something quick. I'm starving. I don't have time to cook for the kids. What did they say was the best one at this restaurant? Hopefully they'll think of us and make a good choice.
Now, I bet they won't, but
It'll be like Big Mac fries. Which reminds me, and if I already said this, I'll cut it out. You can tell me. If you go to get a hamburger, cheeseburger, let's say, and they say, do you want fries with that? If you think, yeah, I'm really hungry, hamburger, one cheeseburger won't be enough, I want the fries. It's actually better, calorie-wise and health-wise, to get 2 hamburgers rather than a hamburger and fries. Mm-hmm. Hamburgers are, on the average, like 440 calories if you get all the toppings. And the fries are over 400. You get so much more protein. You get more nutrition in the cheeseburger, whereas fries is just potato and grease. And you're only getting eating more like 30-something more calories. So it's best really all around just to go ahead and get, if you really think you're not going to be full by eating a cheeseburger, get 2 cheeseburgers. So something to think about. All right. And then we learned that some people skimp on cleanliness, mm-hmm. But I don't think most do. Because
I would not want to know.
Yeah.
I really wouldn't want to know.
Think of it this way. It toughens up your gut.
Okay. I'll think about it that way. But
nobody wants a wussy gut.
I haven't been, besides the Arby's, and that's the first time I've been to a fast food restaurant, and I can't remember.
Really?
Really.
That's great. That's great. I'm guilty of going too often. But we hope you guys got something from this. I always like to say, we hope we helped. But I hope maybe we made you feel like it's not as bad as you think to eat fast food occasionally.
Right.
Do the sodium count if you're on a sodium restriction diet. Don't feel guilty if you do it occasionally, because we all need a break. Especially if you have children and have a family you're trying to feed. We gave you some healthy options. And generally people are good. I like to believe people are good, and they follow the rules, and they clean what they should, and they have good managers that are there too. Because these people own these franchises, and they've got to keep up a good reputation and have rules they have to follow.
Because a bad review on Google can kill a restaurant.
Yeah, they have a lot of money invested. They want people to want to come back and not get sick every time they come to their restaurant.
Absolutely.
And it's a good way to cleanse your colon occasionally too.
Okay. Wow.
Okay.
I had to go there.
We'll leave it on that note.
Okay, let's please
I like
do.
to leave a positive thought. All right, Tia, I love you so much. And I think this was kind of fun and informative.
Yes, very.
All right. And we will see you Sunday for Giggles and Gratitude.
And I love you too.
Yay! Let's go get a burger.
Not.
Let's go get one of those Arby wraps. All right, bye.
Bye-bye. We would love to hear from you.
Leave your questions or comments on our voicemail by visiting our website at denaandtia.com. Your message may be played on the show.
You can find our Instagram and Facebook links there too.
Again, that's denaandtia.com. Thanks
Thanks
for
for
listening.